Are we all met?
Oh, Pat. And here's a marvelous convenient place for our rehearsal. This green plot shall be our stage. This hawthorn brake our tiring house, and we shall do it in action as we will do it before the duke.
Peter Quince?
What sayest thou, bully bottom?
There are things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe that will never please. First, Pyramus must draw his sword and kill himself, which the ladies cannot abide. How answer you that?
By our lake enough parlous fear, I believe we must leave the killing out when all is done.
Not a whit. I have a device to make all well. Write me a prologue, and let the prologue seem to say that we will do no harm with our swords, and that Pyramus is not here killed. And, for the more better assurance, tell them that I, Pyramus, am not Pyramus, but Bottom the Weaver. This will put them out of fear.
We shall have such a prologue.
Will not the ladies be afeard of the lion?
Oh, I fear it, I promise you. Masters, you ought to consider with yourselves to bring in, God shield us, a lion amongst the ladies is a most dreadful thing, for there is not a more fearful wild fowl than your lion living, and we ought to look to it.
Therefore, another prologue must tell he is not a lion.
Nay. You must name his name, and he must speak, saying thus: Ladies, or fair ladies, I would wish you, I would request you, I would entreat you, not to tremble, not to fear, my life for yours. If you think I come hither as a lion, it were the pity of my life. No! I am no such thing. I am a man as other men are. And there plainly let him name his name and tell him he is said Snug the joiner.
Well, it shall be so. But there is two hard things. That is, to bring moonlight into a chamber. For Pyramus and Thisbe meet by moonlight.
Doth the moon shine that night we play our play?
A calendar. Look in the almanac. Find out moonshine. Find out moonshine.
Yes, it does shine that night.
Snout! Why then, may you leave a casement to the great chamber window where we play open, and the moon may shine in at the casement.
Aye. Or else one may come in with a lantern and say he comes to present the person of moonshine. But there is another hard thing. That is to bring a wall into the great chamber. For Pyramus and Thisbe talk through the chink of a wall.
You can never bring in a wall. What say you, Bottom?
Some man or other must present wall. And let him have some plaster or some loam or some rough cast about him to signify wall. And let him hold his fingers thus. And through that cranny shall Pyramus and Thisbe whisper.
If that may be, then all is well. Come, sit down and rehearse your parts. Pyramus, you begin. When you have spoken your speech, enter into that break. And so everyone, according to your cues,
What hempen homespuns have we swaggering here? And so near the cradle of the fairy queen. What? A play toward? I'll be an auditor. An actor too, perhaps, if I see cause.
Pyramus, you begin. Thisbe, stand forth.
Yes.
Thisbe, the flowers of odious savor sweet.
Odors.
Odors savor sweet. So hath thy breath, my dearest Thisbe dear. But hark, a voice.
Caw-caw.
Stay thou but here a while, and by I will to thee appear.
A stranger Pyramus that ever played here. Must I speak now?
I marry, you must. For you must understand that he goes but to see a noise, that he heard, and is to return, Most radiant Pyramus, most lily white of hue, of color like the red rose on triumphant briar. Most risky juvenile, and eke most lovely Jew. As truest horse that yet would never tire. I'll meet thee, Pyramus, at Ninny's tomb.
Ninnis' tomb, man!
Why, you must not even speak that yet. You speak your part all at once, cues and all. Pyramus, your line is past. It is never tire.
Never tire!
As truest horse, it yet would never tire.
If I were fair...
Oh, monstrous! Oh, strange, masters! Masters, we are haunted! Help, masters!
Why do they run away? This is a neighbor of them to make me afeard.
Oh, Bottom, thou art changed. What do I see on thee?
What do you see? You see an asshead of your own, do you?
Bless thee, Bottom! Thou art translated!
I see the knavery. This is to fright me, to make an ass of me if they could. But I will not stir from this place. I will walk up and down here and I will sing. And they shall hear I am not afraid. The Wuzelcock so black of you with orange tawny bill, the throstle with his note so true, the wren with little quill.
Oh, what angel wakes me from my flowery bed?
The sparrow and the lark of the plain song cuckoo gray, whose note for many a man doth mark, and dares not answer nay. For who would set his wit to so foolish a bird? Who would give a bird the lie though he cried, cuckoo, never so?
Oh, gentle mortal, sing again. My ear is much enamored of thy note. Oh, so is mine eye enthralled to thy shape. Oh, thy fair virtue's force perforce doth move me on the first view to say, oh, to swear, I love thee!
Mistress, you should have little reason for that, and yet to say the truth, reason and love keep little company together nowadays. The more's the pity that some honest neighbors would not make them friends. Nay, I can cleek upon occasion.
Oh, thou art as wise as thou art beautiful!
Not neither so, but if I had wit enough to get out of this wood, I have enough to serve mine own turn.
Oh, out of this wood do not desire to go! Oh, thou shalt remain here whether thou wilt or no! I am a spirit of no common rate! Oh, the summer still doth tend upon my state! And I do love thee! Oh, therefore go with me! I shall give thee fairies to attend on thee, and they shall fetch thee jewels from the deep, oh, and sing, while thou on pressed flowers dost sleep. And I shall purge thy mortal grossness so, that thou shalt like an airy spirit glow. Peas blossom, cobweb, moth, and mustard seed.
Ready. And I. And I. And I. Where shall we go?
Be kind and courteous to this gentleman. Hop in his walks and gamble in his eyes. Feed him with apricots and dewberries, purple grapes, green figs, and mulberries. The honey bags steal from the humblebees, and for night tapers crop their waxen thighs to light them at the fiery glowworm's eyes. To have my love to bed and to arise.
Hee-haw!
And to pluck the wings from painted butterflies, to fan the moonbeams from his sleeping eyes. Oh, nod to him, elves, and do him courtesies.
Hail, Norfolk. Hail. Hail. Hail.
cry your worship's mercy heartily. I beseech your worship's name.
Cobweb.
I shall desire more acquaintance of you, good Master Cobweb. If I cut my finger, I shall make bold with you. Your name, gentle fairy.
Peasblossom.
I pray you, commend me to your mother, Mr. Squash, and your father, Master Peasquad. I shall desire you of more acquaintance too, good fairy. Your name, gentle fairy.
Moss.
Your name, good fairy.
Mustard seed.
Good mustard seed, I know your patience well. That same cowardly, giant-like oxbeak hath devoured many a gentleman of your house. I promise you, your kindred hath made my eyes water ere now. I shall desire you of more acquaintance, good mustard seed.
Come, lead him to my bower. The moon, methinks, looks with a watery eye, and when she weeps, weeps every little flower, lamenting some enforced chastity. Oh, tie up my lover's tongue. Bring him silently.